Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, I hope you're having a great day today, whether you're watching this in the morning, afternoon, or night. I hope your day is going well so far, and I hope it continues to go well. Yesterday on the channel, I published my solo cover of Never Take It, and people wanted a lesson on it. They wanted tabs on it, so this is what this video is, and this is my first lesson video I've done in a while where I'm actually including tabs with it, which means I'm editing this video a little bit early so I can put the notation in. But anyway, guys, this is going to be an electric guitar lesson, so if you got your electric, go ahead and bust it out, plug it to your amp, get some distortion, and we will be good. However, if you have an acoustic, you can also learn the song on there too. Just some of the bends might be a little bit more difficult, but you're still free to learn it on there, which is the great thing about electric guitar. You can either use an acoustic or electric, and you can get the same results with just varying degrees of success with the bends and stuff. But anyway, guys, let's get right into it. Here is how to play the entirety of Never Take It on guitar. For this song, we're going to be using standard tuning, and the guitar in this song goes through a lot of effects, mainly between clean, crunch, and fuzz/distortion. Now, my guitar is pretty distorted. However, for when I teach parts, I'm going to roll off that distortion, clean up the sound a tiny little bit, and then when we actually play through, I'll turn up that distortion once again. And now all these are going to be power chords until we get to the riffs of the song, which includes the guitar solo. So let's go ahead and start by learning the intro. Now the intro starts off with an E power chord, so open E string, second fret your A string. Then we move over to a D power chord, which is your 5th fret of your A string, 7th fret of your D string. Once again, E power chord, D power chord. Then we move down everything in strings, so we go do an A power chord, so 5th fret of your E string, 7th fret of your A string. Then we move to a C power chord, so 3rd fret of the A string, and then 5th fret of your D string. So all that together is an E power chord, a D power chord, an A power chord, then a C power chord. And then we do that pattern again, however, it changes slightly. So remember that first one where we end on the C power chord. Because the second time, it's E power chord, back to your D power chord, A power chord. Then instead of going to the C, we end on an E power chord. So that second time is E, D, A, and E. So let's put both of those together. I'm just going to call out the chords as we strum them. So, E power chord, D power chord, A power chord, C power chord, E power chord, D, A, E. And now, when we do this section of the song, when we do actually most of the version of the song, the picking pattern we do is just constant downstrokes palm muting. And that is throughout most of the song too. You can throw in some of those accents in there, not palm mute notes. However, just straight up palm muting throughout the entire thing sounds good as well. Now let's move into the verses of the song. Now they're kind of similar, but they're kind of different. So it all starts out on E power chord again. we go back to our D power chord, A power chord, back to our C power chord, and then we can go down a whole fret to the B power chord. So 2nd fret A string, and then 4th fret of the D string. So it should sound something like this when we put it together. Now that they know information is just a currency and nothing more. So it's like 2, 1, 2. So if we're counting everything, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it gets like half of a measure each. And of course, while we're here, we're just keeping our downstrokes with our palm mutes. Currency and nothing more. And then it repeats again, so do the exact same sort of thing, and we move into the chorus of the song. So for our choruses, it will be an E power chord again, D power chord, A power chord, E power chord. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're trying hard to weaponize you and will never take it. Not used to singing and playing this song yet, but it's just E, D, A through the entire chorus. Then that pattern repeats. Then we move into our post-chorus back to the horse. And that is just the same chords as the chorus. So the first time there's nothing, then eventually the E comes in. D, A, E. Then we move to a verse 2, then we move over to a chorus. Nothing changes in the middle of these. And then we move on to the bridge section of the song. I view the bridge as a story of 2 parts. The first part is kind of lighter. The second time is a bit heavier, which is where I use power chords. The first half of the bridge, I just use single notes. I just use the root of our power chords. So basically, open E string, A string 5th fret, E string 5th fret, back to our A string 5th fret. Then we move back to our low E string, A string 5th fret again, A string 5th fret. Then we get this super fun thing, which is just to walk down. So E string 7th fret, E string 5th fret, E string 3rd fret, open E string. Super fun. So that whole entire bridge section just with our single notes. And then the bridge repeats, except we add our power chord layer on top of it. So E power chord, D power chord, A power chord, D power chord, E power chord, D power chord, A power chord, walk down. Or you can even like do a power chord walk down version of that. So personally, I think that the single note works fine there. It gets a little bit much if we do the power chords. And that's why here in the recording is just a single note. But if you just want to do a power chord version, hey, completely up to you. Then we move into like this little breakdown before we get into the guitar solo, which is it's just And just then goes to a D chord in there with like this whole weaponize you and I sort of section right there. So after the, we go to a D power chord, and then we move into A power chord, back to an E power chord. Then we move into one progression of our chorus chords. Power chord E, D power chord, A power chord, open E power chord, stop there, the solo happens. Now before we go into the solo, let's just talk about the bridge really quick, which is your chorus chord progression. You do one more thing in the chorus, then your outro is your chorus chord progression once again of your E, D, A, E, repeat, E, D, A, E. So let's move into the two lead parts of the song. One happens briefly in the bridge when Tyler first mentions his electric guitar, and that is like the sounds like, to which what that is your high E string 10th fret, hammer onto the 12th fret of the high E string, then back to your 10th fret high E, 12th fret of your B. Happens for a brief moment, then the actual guitar solo starts. And now for the main solo, we are going to start on your G string 11th fret, and we're going to bend up, bend back down. Then go to your 9th fret of your G string, and hit it again. Then we go back to our G string 11th fret, bend up, bend back down again. Then back to your 9th frets twice. Then from there we move down to our D string 11th fret, bend up and back down. Then we move back to our 9th fret of our D string twice. 9th fret of our G string. 10th fret of our B string. And that is our first half of the solo. Let's go over that really slowly again. Here it is. Now more so up to tempo. Now you notice there I hit the 9th and the 10th on the B and the G together, and that is because that leads us into our second half of the song, where it is doing the 9 on the G, 10 on the B for a little bit together. It's like a power chord. Then eventually you put the 12th fret on instead of the 10th fret. Then move up to our 14th fret of our B string, bend up, bend back down. 12th fret of our B string. Again. Then we go into a power chord shape on our B and E string. So 10th fret of your B, 12th fret of your high E, and then just... Then we get to a point where we do, which is a couple times, then we do a bar on the 12th fret, use it on your B and your E string. And I'm just barring with my ring finger because it's easier for me to do the power chord shape than bar it. However you want to use any combination of two fingers, whatever works best for you. For me, barring works. So here is that half of the solo played slowly. Now a bit faster. Now the entire solo put together, we'll start off very slow first. Now more so up the tempo. And that is where the guitar solo stops. However, in what I like to do, which is the video I posted yesterday of me covering the solo, what I like to do is I like to do the whoas with the actual recording. So all that is it's my extended take on the solo, and it all happens on the B string, 12th fret, 14th fret, 15th fret. And then when Tyler goes weaponize, I move to her high E string, 15th fret, 14th fret, 12th fret. Whoa, oh, they're trying hard to weaponize. Then when it goes to U and I do 15th fret B string, U, 12th fret B string, and then 14th fret of the G string, I, U and I. Whoa, oh, they're trying hard to weaponize you and I. Then for We'll Never Take It, I move to the 16th fret of our G string. And then we move to our 15th fret of our B string. 17th fret. We'll never take it. And that is just my extended take on the solo. So all it is they're trying hard to weaponize you and I will never take it. And just to get the timing of this, and as well as the solo and the whole song down, practice along with the recording. The recording is your best friend when it comes to timing. Now I know my timing in this isn't the best just because I haven't played this solo at all even. Like I've always practiced this with the studio version of Never Take It. And so that is your best tool, is to practice along with the recording of that. Now there is one more solo to learn, and that is our little outro solo. And that is just our very first half of the guitar solo again. So G string, 11th fret, bend up, bend back down. 9th fret. And then you go to your D string, 11th fret, bend up, bend back down, then 9th fret there. 9th fret of the G, 10th fret of the B. And it's kind of like a more lighter touch. I like doing it with my thumb. And that is your entirety of the song. And if you want to do with the section, all that is your 12th fret of your B string, 14th fret of your G string. And that is how to play Never Take It. Super fun song to play. I really love it, especially because this is the first 21 Pilots song with a guitar solo in it, which is pretty awesome. But anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this lesson. Like I said, practicing along with Never Take It, the actual song, is going to be your best bet. Just to get down all the timing on when all the power chords change. And the and also the guitar solo as well. Practicing with it is your best friend. And yeah, anyway guys, really hope you enjoyed this lesson of Never Take It. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. I'm also going to do a lesson on every single 21 Pilots song one day. I have a whole playlist on my channel of every single 21 Pilots song we've done. If you want to see a 21 Pilots song covered on the channel, let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll add it to my ever-growing Google Doc of 21 Pilots stuff to cover. Right now, we're primarily going to be focusing on Scale and Icy until we get sick and tired of it, so then we'll move to wherever songs like Semi-Automatic is on the list. Before You Start Your Days on the list, Taxi Cab's on the list. So let me know what songs you want down in this comment section below, and these could be either on guitar, bass, or ukulele as well. But anyway guys, I will see you later. I'm going to edit this video so that way I can go to bed early because I got work at 7 in the morning. So I will see you guys later. Goodbye and good night, but more importantly, have a good day. See you later.